Morning guys. Super early. I'm sleepy. Anyway, so the recruitment is starting today. So that's why I'm here. It's 8 a.m. The first person to be interviewed is gonna start at 9, but I have to prep everything, so I had to get here a little bit earlier so that I can work on the logistics. So just a breakdown. So you guys know that I told you that there are more than 200 people that applied. We selected about 35 to 40 people. We actually called them, each of them, to make sure that they were gonna show up this week. So on Monday and Tuesday we had the writing test. We had the writing test, which is just a practical. A test just to see if they're, suited for the position of being a teacher. And today is Thursday, so Thursday and Friday we're having the interviews. It's gonna be, I'm just looking at people getting into the school and I'm trying to figure it out. Those are kids and parents. I'm guessing they're coming here for enrollment. But anyway, so today is Thursday and Friday we have the interviews, right? So all day long I'm gonna be here this Thursday and tomorrow Friday. Now, how many people showed up on Monday? I would tell you about 8 people showed up on Monday for the practical test, which is another funny thing, right? That people don't tell you. In Cameroon, and I'm specifically talking about Cameroon because I live here, and in Cameroon, people, as much as they apply, as much as they want the job, they may still not be showing up when the interview is happening, right? They may still not show up the day that the testing will be happening. They may still not show up the day that you're telling them to show up for interviews. So that's just one of the realities that I've been accustomed to in the last few years. We've had cases where people, we call everybody and then we tell them you have to show up at this time because the interviews are going to be happening at 9 a.m. and somebody will show up at 1 p.m. or sometimes they wouldn't even show up and they wouldn't even call back. They wouldn't even call to say, I'm not going to be here, blah, 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 blah. But a couple of days later, some of them we actually called back and said, I think I missed my interview time on interview day. Can I come for an interview? And it's really up to, the recruiters, aka me and my staff, to make a decision whether we want to interview that person or not. So most of the times, if you don't show up at interviews, I'm not going to be calling you back and I'm not going to be, accepting any other time slot. So I require people to always give a call back. Like if you can show up for personal reasons whatsoever, we can always work on the schedule, right? But if this week is going to be all about interviews, then somehow, somewhere you may have to show up within the week, right? You pick a day. Like if we say we're going to have 2 days for interviews, and you have to pick a day and a time slot, but you will still find out that people will pick the day and the time slot and they will still not show up. That's just one of the frustrating thing, right? I'm watching people go in. I'm guessing those are potential teachers who applied. I haven't really physically seen them. On Monday and Tuesday when they had the testing done, I wasn't here, right? So anyway, that's that. Let me go get started. I don't know if I will be able to film because I don't want to make people uncomfortable, This is Cameroon, this is not the US. So I will see what I can do so that you guys can just hear a little bit of how the interviews go. But we have about 8 people today that we're going to interview, and tomorrow I'm not sure exactly the number. So I'm going to talk with my head teacher just so I can know the number. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. So I have to get going. Bye. Hey guys, so the interviews are done finally. So I'm gonna go check out the work that these guys are doing, but everything went well. Seriously, it went well. Some of the people didn't show up, as I told you guys. This is just the reality of it all. But yeah, so we still have to do another batch of interviews. But hey guys, this is a giveaway to give back to the community. You can enter now to win a prize by liking, subscribing to my channel, and sharing this video. A winner will be selected each week and we earn a prize of $50 per week. So subscribe now and make sure you follow me on Instagram. Also, make sure to share this video with friends and close ones. Comment down below and let me know what did you learn from this video. Results will be announced every Monday, so make sure to watch the vlog. Good luck! Hey guys, and welcome back to another day in my life. As you can see, I'm serving colors. I mean, we call this outfit kaba. For some of you who know, you know. But this is what I'm wearing today. I was actually at school. I had a bunch of meetings in the morning. I had additional interviews that I had to do. So now I'm heading to the store because I have to drop off the banner. So we're going to talk a little bit more in the car because I have an interesting thing that happened today when it comes to investing in Cameroon and doing business. So let's talk business today. I mean, let's talk business every day, for real. Keep watching. So I'm finally at the store. As you can see, different background. But I'm sitting here because I'm charging my phone at the same time. The phone is like down to like 5% and it's being charged. Anyway, I wanted to talk about this topic when it comes to investing in Cameroon. I know I still have to go about making a proper video on different opportunities in Cameroon, but the reason why I haven't done so, and I think I did explain to you in another video, which was simply because I wanted to make sure that I'm giving you facts, I'm giving you real data, right? Data that are current, not old data. So I'm really gathering all this information, and I'm having my assistant and also my community manager work on some of those information so that I can make a proper video. But let me go ahead and talk about one sector that many Cameroonians are currently investing in, which is real estate. I mean, real estate in every form. I know people are doing apartment complex, people are building houses for rent, people are building hotels. I mean, most Cameroonians and most of my clients that come through YGL Consulting are really people who are investing in real estate. So that being said, one thing that I wanted to add is the expectations level, right? We have to talk about that. Many of my clients are actually from the US, the diaspora, right? The Cameroonian diaspora living in the US. They make up about 80% of my clientele. So anytime I'm talking to them and they're talking about a construction project, which is, I mean, it can be anything, right? We always have to talk about deadlines. And let me explain. Many of us coming from abroad, we have, I don't want to say misconceptions, but I would say we have the wrong information when it comes to how much things cost in Cameroon, and people think because it's Africa it's going to be cheap. I'm here to tell you it can be cheap just like it can be super expensive. One thing I will tell you for a fact is that the labor is going to be cheaper than if you doing the same project in the US or Europe, right? But in terms of the cost of materials are not that cheap, and we're going to go into that more, because if you guys understand Cameroon and we understand that most of the things that we use we don't manufacture, then you understand that some of the materials that we use in construction are just going to be more pricey than we could be expecting. So that's fact number one. The second thing is really, so how do you get reliable technicians? And I'm talking here about carpenters, builders, painters, all of these things. Everybody that has to play a part of construction, even the tiler, you know, somebody who's going to be responsible to put tiles on the floor, all of them. So when it comes to what I do, I can always provide a team to my clients, but on the other hand, many of my clients already come with their own team of workers. So my goal is to make sure that the project is managed to the best ability, that the money is being managed properly, the workers are getting paid, and the materials used in construction are being accounted for. So when it comes to that, I'm really the middleman. I'm the person who oversees construction. I'm the person making sure that things are being done according to the deadlines. And yeah, so many of my clients don't actually have me bring the workers. I had one of my first projects with one of my clients in the US. He's a lawyer. I actually had to bring my own team of workers. And keep in mind that I have two different teams, right? I have one team that is mainly construction, like heavy construction from scratch. I have another team that is all about interior design, right? And I have another team that is just there for renovation, remodeling, and things like that. So now that I have explained that part, I wanted to go ahead and answer some of the questions that I always get about how can you really make sure that these workers you are hiring are reliable people. There's no way to really make sure of that. The best you can do is to put a site manager or hire me and make sure that the project is going to be done according to your desired results. Another thing that I wanted to touch base on is the deadline. So many of my potential clients, people that I do the one-on-one consultation, people that I've already started working with, all of them, or should I say most of them, have this expectation, really high expectation when it comes to when is the project going to be done. One thing I'm going to tell you is that you really have to allow for delay. There's no way that a project you have planned for 6 months is going to be done in 6 months. Cameroon is just the way it is. Maybe if you hire a full-blown company that have like structures, more structure than somebody who's just working independently, then maybe you will have that chance to get, you know, deadlines met. But when it comes to just construction overall, I'm telling you, anybody you will talk to, whether they are here in Cameroon or abroad, they will tell you the same story when it comes to the deadline of a project, right? So you have to allow for delay and really not be frustrated if things are taking longer. I would rather have a project take longer because we're making sure things are being done with quality than having a project done really fast and just having the client complain at the end of the day. And also you have delays such as sometimes it's just the workers, right? The workers, sometimes some of them have other contracts and other jobs that they're doing on the side, but they will never tell you that. So what they will tell you is that they're going to be there, and if the project is going to take 3 months, they will be there for 3 months until they're going to come up with excuses such as, my kid is sick, I have to go to the village, and all of these things, right? That's why I'm saying you have to allow for delay. And just in communicating on the phone with that potential client of mine, there were so many question mark and red flag that pretty much were things that I wanted to talk about, because I think people who haven't really been in touch that much with Cameroon ways sometimes forget that if this project, according to the plans, is supposed to take 6 months, it may actually take 1 year. That's just the way it is. And I can go into more details if you guys have more questions. I'm currently in a whole remodeling of the school. There is one wing of the building that we're still not done yet with. If you guys have been following me here on YouTube, then you can know that I'm in construction mode right now, and I can tell you for a fact I'm already 2 weeks late according to my plans, and that's okay. That's why you have to start work a little bit earlier than what you're supposed to start, so that you can manage those delays. But anyway, I still have 1 week to go, 1 week before school starts, so things are wrapping up at this point, and I can manage the delays. That's what I'm telling you. You have to manage all of those untold truth about, if you do this project, this is how much it's going to cost, this is, you know, the time it's going to take, because there are so many factors that comes into play. Another thing that I'm going to tell you is that you have to always plan for a budget that is going to be higher than what you thought it was. Even though you're working one-on-one with an engineer, and the engineer is telling you it's going to take maybe, I don't know, 50 million francs CFA, always budget for 60 million francs CFA, because sometimes you may have workers that are doing such a bad job that there's no way you can keep on building with those workers, and you may need to change teams, and those are going to be, you know, like expensive mistakes that you may have to fix. Sometimes it's just the material that they use, it's not really of good quality, and sometimes they just did not take into account the site, you know, the current state of the site. So make sure you always plan for a little bit more than what you anticipated. I hope this video was really helpful. I've had such a long day. It's about 6 p.m. and I need to go. So I'll talk to you guys later. This week giveaway winner is Vanel. Vanel, thank you so much for participating. Thank you for your comment, for your kind words on most of the videos.
please let me know how I can reach out to you so that I can give you your $50 giveaway prize. On that note, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.